All right, welcome back, you guys. This is the beginning, or an intro you guys like to hear in the YouTube world, to a weekend that I had. A long time ago, I got to go to Needles, California, and I was part of, as everybody knows, one of the first legal grows built in Needles, California. In that build, I got to meet some of the local supervisors and local subs. I messed that one up. Local subs, and the local sub that was doing the actual exterior of the building was this guy. Anthony Gonzalez was the owner of the company that was doing the actual outside of the building that we were doing, and he was an extremely nice guy. In fact, he invited us over to his house, made dinner for us. We in fact started staying at his house, his rental property down the street, rather than staying in a hotel, because the hotels at that time in Needles was crappy, and that house was actually super nice. Now, if you guys look at Needles, California, that is like Lake Havasu. That's the river that goes into Pirates Cove, Copper Canyon, and all that wild partying stuff. And I've spent many of years as a young man hanging out there and enjoying the river. So going there and being back there was always great. I always felt at home. And Gonzalez's always opened their home up to us to come and stay there. So it was a no-brainer to go hang out with Anthony and Jess and Deegan and Dallas. Dallas being the oldest, Deegan being the youngest. Okay, so going into this video, we are delivering a new truck to Anthony. Anthony's business, the siding business. I'm gonna be a salesman. Proprietary walling system, like meaning he does it. He's the only one that does it there, and it's an insulated stucco. It's really cool, and it's a really cool finish. We're bringing him a work truck. One of his work trucks got damaged, and somebody down here was doing the work, and he's like, hey, could you guys drive this truck back up to us? It's in the LA area. And then a guy that I had worked with, this is also a friend of his, George, said, hey Brad, let's take a trip out to Anthony's and drop the truck off. Let's go. Now, rule number one, I'm gonna tell everybody that goes to the river, if you're going to the river, never pack for one night, or never pack for just a day trip. George calls me up and says, hey, we're just gonna drop it off and do a turnaround and come back. That's never the case. If you're going to the river, it's gonna be 1, 2, or possibly more days. So rule number two, when you're getting invited to go to the river, pack for more than one day. In that pack, flip-flops and a bathing suit, because you're going to go to the river, okay? So we go, sorry guys. Drug trafficking from the Long Beach airport. It's a small plane, you know, they gotta send them out there. We go to the river for just the day, right? And I already knew to pack. As soon as we get there, they're like, Brad, why don't you guys stay to go to the races with us for tomorrow? Don't have to twist my arm, I'd stay there all week. So we stay. That day, we put a PCI radio system into Dallas, the older son's chase truck. So the oldest son is prepping for a 400 mile. So that's not the airplanes, that's the train. That's how loud it is here in Long Beach. See, train, plane, and give it about 2 or 3 more minutes, you're gonna hear the paramedics or some kind of car chase. There's another plane. We're invited to go to the race. We're waiting that night. We put a PCI radio system in. You'll see some video of that. You'll see a video of the house, like where the first house was when I first started getting to go there, to where they are now, to the expansion of where they're going. We'll also see in there, we go to Blythe and we watch Blythe race. And these two kids are meticulous. These two kids tear their cars apart. They're like your dad. And they like rebuild everything in between every race. I mean, like every nut and bolt, every brake caliper, every rotor, every axle, everything is changed brand new in between the races. And then they keep their old parts, and then if something's broken, they'll put it back in. Dang, it's busy today. The airplanes are just going to town. And it's incredible to see a 14-year-old kid and a just turning 18-year-old kid meticulously go through these golf carts, kids. golf carts. I teased that guy Seth dude with the Red Bull thingy-majiggy. I talked shit in the video about him too, because he got upset because his shit was a golf cart. And when you get older, you get into a truck, and those are golf carts. But anyways, they get their golf carts prepped to the T. To the T. Oh, that's my ring. And it's great to see that, because preparation makes for a good race. I mean, in theory, you should have a flawless race. So we get to the race, and little Deegan is out in the front, and he's out in the front by a good sense of a bit, and his car breaks. And unfortunately, that's just what happens in racing. Now, the flip side of that story is there's another kid that they help out, that they race, Sebastian. Great, all these kids are cool. There's Sebastian, Nathan, Deegan, Dallas, and I think there's another one. But they're all like hardcore racer kids, and you'll see them in the video. The Sebastian kid, who gets kind of like the leftover parts from the Gonzalez family, they help him out. If there's parts that are broke or whatever, they give him like the leftovers, and he gets some of the good stuff too. But most of his budget is on a leftover parts budget. He won the race. So how would that feel? Like, you go out there, you get your butt kicked by your buddy who gets the leftover parts? Well, its story goes to show that, you know, you can have fun and you can do anything with the budget you got. And this is to show you guys one budget to another budget and a weekend of fun. So watch that video and then stay tuned, because Friday, the reason why I'm dressed like this in their shirt is because we're gonna go send this car in a Donuts for Dollars event. So Donuts for Dollars, thank you Dr. Brokeleg. And I had no idea what Dr. Brokeleg meant when I met him at SEMA. I met Dr. Brokeleg at SEMA. I was like, what does that mean? Well, it means like clutch kicking, because he likes to do the drifting shit. Dr. Brokeleg, no clue. I mean, when I met the guy, he had more chains than Mr. T. He's like my age with long hair, looked like a stoner with Mr. T chains. Coolest dude ever. So anyways, we invited to his event. We're gonna do a prep video for you guys for Friday's drop, and that's gonna be about this car and what we do to prep it to go burnouts. So, see you on Friday. All right, guys, they clocked me in. I'm racing today, so see ya. So welcome to the Gonzalez family house. This is the family home, and that's the first garage that they worked out of. And the dad was like, nah, we can't work out of that. We need to build this. So this is now the race shop garage, but the house garage, the race shop garage, it's too small. So they're building another race shop, as well as another house and another house. Yeah, so I guess if you want all the houses on one street, you just buy them all. What the fuck? PCI radio system in one of their chase trucks.